Welcome to the Leeds City Council Local Plan Update 2021 Scoping Consultation. In this short presentation, we introduce the topic of green infrastructure. This sits alongside the other topic areas covering carbon reduction, flood risk, placemaking, and sustainable infrastructure. So the first question we have to ask is, what is green infrastructure? There are lots and lots of different definitions of green infrastructure, but they're all very similar. And one good definition is green infrastructure is a network, connected or unconnected, of multifunctional green space and other green features, urban and rural, which can deliver quality of life and environmental benefits for communities. So some good examples of this are things like parks, green spaces, blue infrastructure, rivers, streams, lakes, canals, etc., green walls, forests, street trees. But we mustn't forget the wording in the earlier definition of GI, and one of the key words there is multifunctional. So for example, a pond near a housing estate could be educational for children, will be great for biodiversity and wildlife, will fulfill the function of sustainable drainage, will be good for leisure. So one piece of green infrastructure has a multifunctional aspect that does lots of different things, and that's key to, if you like, the philosophy of change that we're keen to instill in the way we're looking at this. Obviously, we want to carry on conserving the GI we have, but we also want to ensure that our green infrastructure connects and is networked. A good example of this for people in Leeds is the Dalesway Link Meanwood Valley Trail. It's the initial part of the Dalesway. It's possible for someone to travel along green infrastructure all the way from Woodhouse Moor near the city centre to Windermere in the Lake District. Good network GI also allows movement of plants and animals, birds, etc., allows them to travel more easily, which gives better biodiversity. We are also going to try and protect, improve and extend the GI network. So all the areas that we mentioned before, green and blue, we want them to remain that way, so no one takes them away. And also we want to ensure that people of Leeds and visitors have better and more of it. Trees have been identified as a major influence on reducing the CO2 in the atmosphere, basically taking the carbon out of the atmosphere. They also have all the other benefits with regard to things such as visual amenity. They help with mental health, they provide leisure, they provide biodiversity. They're incredibly versatile things. So we need more trees and better protection for the ones we have, and we are working on strengthening our existing policies to this end. Land is at a premium across the country. As much as we want developers to use the planning system and build on brownfield sites, it is often green ones that we really don't have enough of that come under pressure from development. So we want to ensure that A, we protect the green spaces we have more robustly, and B, we get even more. That's across Leeds. We would also like the city centre to be more green, and although we have made considerable strides in doing this, particularly with the proposed city park and new small green areas, we would like to use the planning system to deliver more. Biodiversity is the term used to describe the variety of life on Earth. And we want to keep what we have in Leeds, and we want to have more. Biodiversity has a huge role in helping us live healthy and happy lives. It provides us with food, raw materials, medical discoveries and a lot of other services. There are also many and varied benefits provided by the natural environment and from healthy ecosystems such as natural pollination of crops, clean air, a supply of oxygen, clean water, extreme weather mitigation as we've discussed earlier, and just general human mental and physical well-being. We also have recreation and tourism with that as well. So this is a very simple aim, and going back to what I said in the first sentence, we want it improved and we want more of it. Over the summer, we want to hear your views. Every neighbourhood in Leeds has varying types and quality of green infrastructure, including grass verges, gardens, parks, allotments and woodland. There are some neighbourhoods with a great deal of high quality green infrastructure and others that have much less or of a poorer quality. We want to ensure that all neighbourhoods in Leeds, irrespective of the level and quality of their green infrastructure, can make the best use of what they have to help fight climate change and improve quality of life. Based on what people have said in the past and on the challenges that we know that we face in Leeds, we have some ideas on how to improve and make the best use of our green infrastructure, and we would like your early thoughts on these before any decisions are made.